Yes, plus 2 class students, hello and good day to all. I am Amritpal Singh here welcoming you in the online class of economics. Students, in our previous video, I have given you only two parts for homework for your practice, and now let us discuss what are its solution. So we have gross domestic product at market price. You have given net domestic product at factor cost. Okay. Here domestic is equal to same. Here it is at gross, we are at net. So at depreciation you will be reaching at gross. Okay, so here we are at factor cost, so add net indirect taxes, you will get the answer. So this is the answer. Depreciation and net indirect taxes were to be added, so we will reach at GDP at MP. Here you are at GNP, gross national product at factor cost, and you are given this part, net domestic product at market price. Okay, what should be added and what is to be subtracted? Now let's take a quick look. We are at domestic and we have to reach at national, so add net factor income from abroad. In domestic income, add net factor income from abroad, you will be reaching at national. Okay, now we are at net and we want to reach at gross, so add depreciation here, add depreciation into net, you will reach at gross. And we are to reach at factor cost, but now we are at market price, so subtract net indirect taxes, you will reach at factor cost. This is the solution of that last two parts. Students, before I start proceeding further, I would like to remind you that on Thursday, today your test will be conducted on Thursday at 5 p.m. So there will be only these 10 to 12 equations: gross, domestic, national, factor cost, market price. Okay, and you have to appear for the test accordingly. Okay students, now you can pause the video for a second, match these answers with me. If they are okay, then make it right with your own pen, and if they are wrong, then subtract with your own pen. Okay, make it wrong with your own pen and make it correct in your fair notebook. You can pause the video for a second. Yes students, so now we are going to touch a fresh topic, that is real GDP and nominal GDP. First of all, we will begin with nominal GDP. What is the meaning of nominal GDP? So it refers to GDP at current prices. So whatever the prices in the economy right now are going on, it is based on that economy. Okay, it is based on those prices. So it is the market value of goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country during an accounting year. So whatsoever the goods and services are being produced in a country during an accounting year in domestic territory, that is called at current prices, that is nominal GDP. So it is estimated using the current year prices. So whatsoever the current year prices are going on, let's say price of a biscuit is 10 rupees, let's say, so 10 rupees is the current price. Earlier 5 years ago, the price of that biscuit, let's say, was 7 rupees. So that is the base price, but we are talking about the current prices. So how to calculate this? Nominal GDP is equal to quantity. Here Q stands for quantity and P stands for price. Okay, here Q, quantity of final goods and services in an accounting year, quantity of final goods and services produced in an economy in an accounting year, and P, prices of the year, prices of the commodities. Okay, now taking a note from here, from the equation which we have read, quantity multiplied by price, it is clear that GDP can increase when there is increase in either Q or either P. For example, if Q is 10 units, you can say 10 kg, and price is 100 rupee, let's say. So according to the equation, 10 multiplied by 100 will give you 1000. And if either Q is increasing or either P is increasing, by there is increase in any of them, the nominal GDP will get increase. It means if Q is increasing, then it is said to be or considered that real GDP. But you can see here, if only Q is increasing, only quantity is increasing, then we can say that there is real GDP. Means if the prices are only going high, it will increase the money flow, but it has no significance. Okay, you can see here again, But if only price alone increases, it is called monetary increase in GDP. It simply means that there is no change in the production. Production is same, but the prices are going high. It does not has any economic significance. I am repeating once again. Here Q stands for production and P stands for prices. If the prices are going high and production is same, it is simply called monetary increase in GDP. But if the quantity, I mean quantity here means production is going high, but there is no change in price, then it is said to be real GDP. Otherwise it is nominal GDP, means सिर्फ नाम दी ही GDP है, असल विच कोई तरक्की नहीं हो रही. It simply means that. Okay. So monetary increase in GDP has no significance. You can see here, monetary increase in GDP has no significance. It does not cause any increase in the flow of goods and services in the economy. It only causes money illusion. Money illusion means we are just assuming, we are just into a fake phenomena that our country is increasing, but there is no change in production. For example, if the price of a pen is 10 rupees, okay, and a shopkeeper is selling 50 pens, so 50 into 10, 500, he is earning rupees, he is getting a revenue of 500 rupees. Let's take an example. Another day he is selling 50 pens, but the prices of pen is getting high, 15 rupees. So 15 into 50, 750 rupees. Now he is imagining, he is in illusion that I am earning rupees 750. Otherwise it is a fake illusion, because he has sold same 50 pens either at 10 rupees, either at 15 rupees. So if quantity is not changing, then it is nominal GDP. If the production is increasing, the production is changing, then it is called actual real GDP. Now note it down in your fair notebook, students. Have a little pause. Yes students, so now we are going to discuss the real GDP. Earlier we had touched nominal GDP, now we are going to discuss the real GDP. So GDP at constant prices is the market value of final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country as estimated using the base year prices. So base year is the year of comparison. Here it means that when we are estimating or comparing the GDP with respect to base year, for example, now we are residing in living in 2020, 2020 year is going on, and if we are comparing the prices of year 2020 with 2015 or 2010, then 2010 or 2015 will be considered as base year. We have touched already this topic in index number in our previous class, chapter number 13 it was there, I think. So in index number, so there were past methods, there were weighted simple aggregative method. We used word P0 and P1 earlier we used to write. So same thing is happening here. So GDP at constant prices. So constant here means whose value is not changing, whose value is fixed, okay, is the market value of final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country as estimated during the base year prices. So base year here means those prices by which we are comparing our data. For example, in the year 2020, the price of petrol is 80 rupees per liter. In 2015 it was, let's say, 65 rupees per liter. In 2010 it was 55 rupees per liter. So if we are comparing the prices of petrol with 2015, then the prices of petrol of 2015 will be deemed as base year prices, okay. And here is the equation: real GDP is equal to quantity, again quantity of final goods and services produced within a year, into P star. So here star means prices prevailing during the base year, not of this year, not of current prices. In nominal, the only difference between them is it is dependent upon base year, and nominal GDP is dependent upon what you can say on the current prices, okay. And second thing is, in nominal GDP anyone can increase, quantity is also increasing, price is also increasing. If quantity is increasing in that, not price, then it is said to be real GDP in nominal case. But in real GDP case, prices too are always constant, okay, but quantity is increasing. if quantity is increasing then it is said to be real GDP. ये असली तरक्की है, this is said to be real growth. Okay students, now you can pause the video and now we will recapitulate some topics of national income and related aggregates, and in our next video we will try to finish this chapter number 4 also. Okay students, now you can pause the video. Yes students, so now there is a small recapitulation. We are going to revise again. So gross, the concept of gross is equal to net plus depreciation. Okay, so and net is equal to gross minus depreciation. The only difference between gross and net is depreciation. Okay, so it is also be written that, and depreciation is also called consumption of fixed capital. I have repeated several times. So gross and net, the difference between them is called depreciation. Next one is MP, means market price. So market price means the goods which are available in the market after including all the taxes, and factor cost means cost of producing a unit. Okay, so if we add net indirect taxes in factor cost, we will get market price. Okay, and factor cost is equal to market price minus net indirect taxes. So you can easily recognize it that the difference between market price and factor cost is net indirect taxes. Very easy to understand. Then next is how to calculate net indirect taxes. So 80-90% is always given in the question, but sometimes if it is not given, you can calculate it by using this small formula. So indirect tax minus subsidy. Okay, so if we subtract subsidy from indirect tax, you will get net indirect taxes. Okay, and last one is national income. So national income is the sum total of domestic income, means income earned in the domestic territory of a country, plus net factor income from abroad. So income earned by normal resident of country living outside the country. Okay students, so net factor income from abroad, we often write it by NFIA. So national income is equal to domestic income plus net factor income from abroad. So there is a small question for your recapitulation I have written. So calculate GDP at market price from net national product at factor cost. How it is to be calculated? First of all, it is at net and it is at gross. So subtract depreciation from here, you will reach at gross. Very easy. It is at national and it is at domestic. From national, the only difference between national income and domestic income is this one, net factor income from abroad. Very easy. So minus net factor income from abroad. So we will reach at domestic. So here it is at factor cost and here it is at market price. So subtract net indirect taxes from factor cost, add net indirect taxes in factor cost, you will get market price. Okay, so this is the small part. So for your test students, I am repeating once again the whole topic. That's why I am recapitulating it. You will be displayed only 10 to 15 or 10 to 12 such equations in which somewhere you have to add depreciation, somewhere you have to subtract depreciation. Then same for net indirect taxes, somewhere you have to add it, somewhere you have to subtract it. Then for net factor income from abroad, somewhere you have to add it, somewhere you have to subtract it. So these are some small tiny parts which make huge differences. Okay, so this is the part, and in the next video we will start discussing about the you can say nominal GDP and real GDP is the further understanding we have regarding the limitations and significance of that. Okay students, and before I take a leave, your small homework is read and write all the topic covered in the video. Just two we have discussed, nominal GDP and real GDP, and prepare your test at 5 PM this day most probably. So you will get the national income related aggregates, only gross, net, these all topics will be there. Okay, and before I take a leave, I would like to remind you that make a fixed timetable. It's very tough for the student that nearing the final examination we are preparing for examination. So this is our journey, step by step, inch by inch. Start moving towards your journey of passing the +2 class. Okay students, and don't forget, you all are awesome. Thank you very much.